Hey, I want to welcome you to today's devotion. Today we have a great devotion for you because it's going to get you out of the boat and get you out of that place of security and get you in a place where you trust God, where you pray and you seek Him and you believe Him and you see Him do great things. So let's go right now to today's devotion. One of my favorite characters in the Bible is Peter, because Peter is so transparent. I mean, what you see is what you get with Peter. And the disciples were in a boat once, and the wind began to blow, and they looked out and they saw Jesus on the water, and they wondered, is this a ghost? What's going on here? And they were afraid, and Jesus said, Peter, come. And Peter did what the other disciples didn't do. He got out of the boat and he began to walk on the water. And then he felt the wind blowing, and all of a sudden he got his eyes off Jesus, and he got his eyes on his circumstances, and he began to sink. And he cried out, Lord, save me. And Jesus pulled him up, and Jesus saved him. Well, you know, one of the things about that story is Peter was the only one who had enough faith to get out of the boat. The rest of them stayed in the boat, but Peter had the faith to get out of the boat. And you know, so many of us, we want to stay in that comfortable place, that place where we think it's safe. But I want to tell you what, if you're going to live by faith, that means there's going to be some risk involved. And so you have to take that step of faith and do whatever Jesus says do. If He says come, then you go. That's exactly what Peter did. And so we need to learn to walk and to live by faith. And there's a correlation of prayer and faith. When we pray, we need to pray in faith, believing God, trusting God to do great and mighty things. And if we will trust God, He will do things far beyond anything we could dream, anything that we could imagine. I tell you what, if I've learned anything, you know, and I've thought about this a long time because I've seen God do some great things. But there are two things that always come together: prayer and faith. Prayer is when you're in that position where you know you can't do it. And faith is in that position where you say, God, you can do it. I'm trusting you to do it. Prayer and faith, they go together. And when they come together, God will do extraordinary things. And you will see Him work in your life and those around you. So trust, believe Him, pray, seek Him, and watch Him do great things.